This is Alan Garcia, aka Kid Kansas, and you're watching Box Talk with Luis Madrid.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Box Talk with Luis Madrid. Today we're here joined by an undefeated prospect, Alan Kid Kansas Garcia. How you doing today, champ?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for giving me some time. It's kind of a crazy, random situation. He just happened to be passing through Arizona, and I had to stop him real quick to get an interview before he heads back to California. So I appreciate it.
Of course.
For sure, man. So to get into it, man, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Can you talk to us a little bit about your hometown, a little bit about your upbringing?
Yeah, so I'm from a small town in Southwest Kansas called Ulysses. Black population 8,000 right now. It's really small. I started boxing when I was 7 years old, and the reason my dad put me and my older brother into boxing is because I was fighting a lot at the parks, and so he took us to the gym, and pretty much I fell in love with the sport, and I never got to divorce it. I'm still stuck with the sport.
Does your dad come from like a fighting background, or was that just an idea that he got when you got?
He comes from a fighting background, but not like an actual fight. He was a bouncer, so
okay.
so that's the only fighting background he's got going on. But he was a bouncer for years.
And how old did you say you were when you started?
I was 7 years old when I
7
first
years
took
old.
the boxing gym.
There you go. Cool. And so, how long after that would you say that you had your first amateur fight?
So I had my first amateur fight like a month after I turned 8. Yeah, so I had my first amateur fight in February, and I stopped that kid in 13 seconds.
So you
first fight.
pretty much trained for close to about a year, and then you had your first fight.
Yeah, it was more like half a year, and then I had my first fight.
Okay, for sure. And so, how would you say what kind of amateur career did you have? Any big titles? Your record, anything like that you could tell us?
I think for a kid coming from Kansas, where there's not a lot of amateur boxing or like success amateur boxing, I think I had a pretty good amateur record. I had 149 fights with 17 losses. Had about 8-9 national titles. I was one of the very few kids out of Kansas that got to go and travel and fight the national tournaments. So my style now compared to when I was an amateur has completely changed. I used to be like one of those kids that get in there and I was putting pressure. I was just putting pressure. And I would box, and I started I always started breaking my waist a little bit whenever I was fighting the amateurs, and I started becoming a boxer puncher. And so whenever I linked up with Coach G, she pretty much she started tightening it up, teaching me to use my waist more to catch and shoot, stuff like that. And so, but I mean, like, as far as my amateur career, I had a good amateur career. I just feel like I didn't get a lot of the decisions that I deserved because I'm from Kansas, and we got maybe one official from Kansas, and you got all these officials that are favoriting their kids from like New York, Florida,
all the big cities.
Yeah, all that stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, for a kid from Kansas, I was pretty good, man. I was pretty good.
Nice. I like to say that all the time. I mean, I think a lot of people say that the politics in the pros are bad. Sometimes the politics in the amateurs are probably worse.
It is, and it's for no reason. They already, you know what? I'm gonna break it down to the truth. When they know who they want, that person's gonna constantly get on the team over and over and over and over, unless they see somebody who's like way more talented, which is rare. But once they know who they want, they pretty much they already had their 2020 Olympic team set in 2017. But
sure.
I guess that's just how USA boxing rolls. They do their thing.
Yeah.
We're on the pros now.
For sure. And so, when it came time to decide to go pro, what led you to decide to turn pro when you did? Because I know you turned pro really young. I mean, even now you're like 18?
Yeah, I'm 18 years old. So I was 17 years old, and I fought at the Louisiana, the Nationals. It was Olympic trials, and it was the Nationals. They were together, and I beat the number 2 seed the very first day. Took him out of there. He was a big kid, man. And then I fought this one kid. His dad was a former champion, and I fought him and I dropped him. I gave him 2 8 counts, and I still lost the fight. And I was just like, and that's when I was like, man, I'm just done with amateur boxing. Like, I'm gonna move forward onto the pros. At first, my first initial plan wasn't to move to California. My first initial plan was to, with my former trainer, was we were gonna go pro, and we're gonna do our thing out of Kansas and see how we can come up. And then I got into contact with Coach G after my fight. Right after my fight, we were talking about it, and we were just talking about a lot of stuff. And next thing you know, I'm on a flight out to California, and I started my professional career a few months. I was 17 years old when I started my professional career, and so now I'm sitting 3-0 with 3 knockouts and getting ready for 4-0 coming soon.
There you go. And so that was actually the question that I was going to. So I guess you kind of jumped the gun a little bit on me. So now you're good. So that's how you met Coach G. You met her at like a tournament or something.
Well, I first met Coach G at the Western Elite qualifiers the year prior to the national. It might have been the same year, but it's because Roxy, we were all hanging out. Like, it was just a big group of our friends, and she walks in and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna play this prank on Roxy. We're gonna like sing happy birthday, and they're gonna bring her cake. She's gonna get embarrassed." And so we pulled the prank on Roxy, and Roxy was like clapping, and she's all like, "Who are we getting?" And they bring the cake to her, and she's like, "What is going on?" And and we talked to her a little bit then, but we really talked after I lost at the nationals. We talked for like a solid hour and a half. And we were just talking, and I was like, what? I said, I'm going pro. And she's like, nah. She's like, it's probably better you stay amateur, get more under your belt. I just kept telling her, no, I'm going pro. I said, I know I'm going to go pro. I'm going to be good. And, she always said that she, she just seen something, and that she sees something in me. And so next thing you know, we're conversating through text, talking about boxing and stuff. And I ended up making the move out to California.
For sure.
And here we are. Here I am today, training in California, getting ready to go back into camp.
There you go. And so for the people that might not know about you, what weight class do you campaign at currently?
Currently fighting at 135. Might go back down to 130 because I debuted at 130 and I fought my last 2 fights at 135.
Right.
So 30, 35.
Okay. And so how have those changes been for you? I mean, being a small town kid, and then all of a sudden you're just like in this big old busy city of Los Angeles. How much of a change has that been for you?
I remember the first day I pulled up, we passed by Skid Row, and I was just like, man, I said, where am I at? I said, what's going on? It was just a culture shock, just to smell, just to smell of the city alone. I was just like, man, it was crazy, but I get to see different styles. I get to see, a lot of training techniques. I learn every single day. Every single day I'm learning. Every single day we're learning. But yeah, man, it was just crazy. It was like a big culture shock. And it's different, being away from home, being away from my family. But, I got to do what I got to do to get us where we're going to be in the future.
Sure.
And so, but yeah, man, it was just crazy. It was the biggest culture shock ever. And it took me a while to get used to it. And we went to Mexico, and then we came back, and so I still wasn't used to it, you know what I mean? I don't even think I'm used to it to this day. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just go to the gym, box, and go back to the house. Right. I won't go out.
For sure.
No chance.
And so, I mean, just the whole team in general is just, everything is top notch. There's a lot of really good fighters around. With Valderas and Roxy and Adam Lopez and everybody, because I know you're with Coach G, but sometimes you guys train at Coach Buddy's gym. Mm-hmm. So how do you feed off of those? How does it motivate you? How do you feed off of being around so much great talent?
Truthfully, what continues to motivate me is that I know that I belong here. Like there's no doubt about it, and I know that I belong here, and there's a reason I'm here, and there's a reason I'm surrounded by all these people. Because, I've sparred multiple world champions, big names, and I can hang. Like, it's not even that I can hang, it's like I deserve to be there. Like, I give work, and I get work done, you know what I mean? And so, just being around them and like I said, I'm learning every day. Me and my team learning every day. Whether it's from a fighter, whether it's from coach, whether it's from a parent, we're learning every single day. And so I just take in and soak up as much knowledge as I can. And I'm blessed to be where I'm at today, and I'm excited to have my team and be around all these fighters that have already accomplished stuff. Because then I get to look up to them and I get to be like, okay, like I want to. And it's a fighter's instinct. I want to surpass that. Every fighter wants to surpass every other fighter, whether you're in the same weight class or not. You know what I mean? But yeah, I look up to them and I say like, oh, I want to pass them. I want to be better than them.
Right, for sure. And that's awesome, man. So another thing I wanted to ask you is, I know you have a big personality. You're just a big goofball. Like, you like to have fun. You're always laughing, super positive. Is that something that just comes natural? Like, it's just naturally your personality and it just kind of comes off, or do you have a certain mentality to just always be positive?
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's a little bit of both. Cause like the way I think about it is, I don't ever stay mad long. Cause for one, if you're not gonna be mad about it in a month, then it's not even worth staying mad about. And two, I don't know. I like to have fun. For me, the way I see it is life is about perspective. The way you get hired for a job, it's about perspective. How the boss sees you. The way you want to fight is perspective. How the judges see. You know what I mean? And if so. So that means life is what you make it, and if I make life fun, then my life is fun. And right now, my life is fun. You know what I mean? Whether all these obstacles I got to go through, I still see the best out of everything. I make jokes, and I don't know. I just like to have fun. And if you can't laugh around me, you can't be around me. It's that simple. You know what I mean?
Would you say that a switch clicked at some point in time, or have you always been like that?
I think I've always been like that because I was a little class clown when I was in school. So I was just like. I like making people laugh because it was my way of not getting in trouble. I make teachers laugh so they wouldn't get me in trouble. But no, I mean, I just always grew up like that. But like then you hit puberty, you start thinking to yourself like, oh, who am I? But I was like, man, I said I'm a boxer and I'm funny. I'm a funny kid. And then I started asking myself, like, why do I do the things that I do? And I just started putting stuff into place. And I'm like, life is what you make it. It's all about your perspective.
And I mean, in your case, being a professional fighter, at some point in time, even now, I'm sure it's going to help you because it just helps you. It just helps you brand yourself and put your name out there even more.
Yeah, I agree with you on that part. I mean, like, cause nobody wants to have a good looking boxer. It's quiet. You know what I mean? Nice. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, when you can talk to the people and you can mingle with the fans, like. That's what it's all about. If you don't got fans, you don't got nothing in the sport, truthfully.
For sure. Sounds good, man. Well, what would you say are some of the big goals that you want to accomplish in boxing?
Some of the big goals that I want to accomplish in boxing.
So what's your vision for the future?
It's not even a bit. Yeah, I would call it a vision because I manifest, and here in a few years I know where I'm gonna be, and I know what I'm going to do in the sport of boxing, but it's all just a matter of time and it's all just a matter of preparation. But I am going to unify in 2 weight classes, and I am going to bring my team up with me, and I'm gonna make everyone be like, whoa, like Kansas, like I'm really going to put Kansas on the map, like respect to Victor and Brandon Rios, but like I said, it's that boxer instinct. You want to surpass them. I'm going to surpass them. That's the way my mentality goes. I'm going to pass them, all respect to them, like they're amazing fighters, they're great fighters. I looked up to them growing up. I still look up to them to this day because I'm like, I want to pass what they did, No, but I just know that I'm gonna do something great for the sport of boxing, and I'm gonna bring that old style back, because nowadays you don't see a lot of head with me. You'll see a lot of the footwork that I got going on, and so I'm gonna bring a whole new style back to boxing. A little bit, I'm gonna like a little remix of the old style, you know what I mean, and the new style. I'm bringing a whole new style of boxing, and I'm going to make I said before, I'm going to make the doubters doubt me more, I'm going to make the haters hate me more, and I'll make my fans love me more.
There you go. For sure, man, we're definitely supporting you, and wish you all the best. I know it's in you. You can tell you're determined, and like you said, manifestation.
Yeah, man, it's just a matter of time. I know, like I said, I know what I'm going to be. It's just a matter of time and a matter of preparation. I gotta give thanks to everybody that's helped me get to I'm at today. You know, regardless of with all the situations that I've been faced upon, you know, I give all the glory to God, and you know, I'm just like I said, I'm just happy and blessed to be where I am today.
Sure. So finally, what can we expect from you the rest of 2021? Do you plan on finishing the year kind of busy, or maybe just one more fight?
Yeah, you know what? You know, I'm gonna get back into camp, and I'm hoping to fight sometime in November, and then take maybe 2 days off and jump straight back into camp. Maybe get a fight around New Year's or the very beginning of the year, you know, and then we'll just go from there. But I want to at least get 2 fights in by the end of the year.
For sure. Sounds good, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate you sharing, some of that information, getting to know you a little bit. We're going to transition into something a little bit different. So I have 3 fights for you, and I just kind of want to get your opinion on it, see how you see the fights playing out, okay? The first fight that I have for you is the Canelo versus Caleb Plant. How do you see that fight going down?
I see that fight going down just like the press conference. There's going to be a lot more blood, and there's going to be a lot more of Canelo pulling. And come on, Canelo's he's at the top right now. Like there's nobody out there that could beat him. They could give him a good fight. Benavidez will give him a great fight, but I don't think he'll beat him because he's just a different dog. He's mentally different. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's. Canelo's been around for years. Caleb Plant's name didn't start getting thrown around just a few years ago. You know what I mean? And so I feel like they're making the same mistake with Caleb as they did with Canelo and Mayweather. You know what I mean?
Too early.
It's too early. But who knows? Maybe Caleb will hit something like Canelo did. That after he takes his first loss, he becomes a whole different animal. Who knows? But I see Canelo taking him out by the 10th round.
For sure. The next one that I have for you is the Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter fight.
And I think that's a good fight because they're both dogs and they're both pretty aggressive. But I feel like Sean Porter fights more with his emotions, and Terrence fights. He at least thinks about what he's gonna do. You know what I mean? He uses a lot of his mentality. I think it'll be a good fight as long as Terrence is countering and his countering is effective and hard. Then he'll win. But if Sean can get inside and roughen him up and frustrating him, then I think Sean could beat him. Sean just got to get inside and hit him with some stuff, you know what I mean? But if Terrence has some, I think a lot of it's gonna be his switching. He's gonna switch a lot, guaranteed. He's gonna fight a lot of southpaw. But yeah, I think his countering's just gotta be effective, and his punches gotta mean something, you know what I mean? Because if you got a bull coming towards you and you're not frustrating them, you're just barely topping them, it's not gonna do nothing. They're gonna continue coming forward. But whenever you got effective punches they're feeling those punches, then it's a whole different ballgame.
I don't think Crawford's ever fought anybody that put so much pressure.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It's gonna be different from him, but you know what? It's another. You get tested in every single fight, whether you see it or not. You get tested in every single fight, whether if it's your footwork, your mentality, your heart, your boxing skills. So he's definitely gonna get tested in multiple categories for this fight.
For sure, man. And the last fight that I have for you is the Wilder versus Fury, the trilogy.
Man, I don't even know why they made that fight happen. You know what? Fury's just gonna beat him. He's already in his head. He's gonna outbox him. He's gonna outbox him. He's gonna rough him up. He's gonna drop him twice. I'm gonna call it right now. He's gonna drop him twice by the 7th round, and I think the fight will be over in the 11th. I think he's gonna wear and tear him though. But yeah, it's Fury all the way, man. I don't give Wilder a chance. I really don't.
Not even having a puncher's chance with all that power he has?
No, because whenever you got defense, because you know what? Fury's a big dude, but he got his defense and he's slick. You know what? Boxers get tired faster when they're shadow boxing than they do when they hit the back. Because when you're just throwing nothing but air, you're going to get tired. And that's what Deontay Wilder's going to be doing. He's going to throw a whole lot of air.
Frustrated.
He's going to get frustrated. And he's already frustrated because he's the underdog coming in. You know what I mean? And so there's not a lot on his side either. But who knows? Maybe he'll prove me wrong. But I think it'll be a good fight. But he don't stand a chance for winning.
For sure. All right, man. Sounds good. Well, to finish up, we just have a quick little section where it's kind of like a getting to know you / rapid fire. There's 12 quick questions, and we'll finish up with that. Right? The first question that I have for you is, what is the first thought that enters your head when you wake up in the morning?
Run.
Run, for sure. Question number 2 is, what other hobbies do you have outside of boxing?
Shooting.
Shooting.
I like to go shoot stuff, blow
up. Question number 3 is, I know you're a big prankster, so what would you say is the biggest prank that you've ever done to anybody? If you can talk about it, if it's something.
Oh man, you know what? I wasn't even pranks. It was just more like we was beating on these kids, but like. So whenever we were becoming seniors, we met up with all the freshmen, and like man, we had like water balloons filled with fish, like the fish juice, the fish water from the cans, like the sardines and stuff, with raw milk, mayonnaise in there. And we just hit them with the balloons and hit them with raw eggs, pouring bad milk on them. I think that's just bullying. We were just bullying them. I don't know about pranking, but nah, man, I don't know. I have to think about that when I pulled a lot of different pranks. But that was definitely one of my favorites, was beating up on the freshmen with all this rotten stuff. And
you seem like the type that would go pull a fire alarm or something when you're little.
I was trying to in middle school, but they had the camera right there, so I never got to do that. But yeah, I would have definitely done that.
For sure. Question number 4 is, if we took your phone and we went through the music list and just did a shuffle, what kind of music would we run into in your playlist?
Hip hop, country, reggaeton, bachata,
everything basically.
Gospel, everything, man. You run into a whole lot of people like, what, country? But I'm from Kansas. Come on now. No, yeah, you just find a whole bunch of, and you hear like disco and party music. I don't know, man.
Is that like your driving playlist, or can you work out to that too?
I work out. No, I like working out to gospel music.
Gospel music.
Yeah, well, gospel or rap, but yeah, I don't know. It just, like I said, it's all about perspective. You can put yourself in a position of music. It's pretty dope.
For sure. Question number 5 is, what is your favorite thing to eat after weigh-ins?
Pasta.
Pasta?
Never fails.
No.
Pasta.
Is it from like a restaurant, or is it like Coach G?
It's from Coach G's famous cooking hands. That's where it's from. Yeah, no, she'll cook it up and everything. And the moment I step off that scale, I drink it naked. I drink coconut water, and then I eat my pasta in front of my opponent. I eat that pasta right there, put a little bit of cheese on it, Parmesan. Nah, yeah, pasta never fails. I love Italian food.
That doesn't make you like sluggish though? Or upset your stomach or anything?
I look sluggish in my fights?
No.
Nah, come on now. No, it makes me feel good. But I do drink a lot of water whenever it's the day of weigh-ins. You know, after I fill up, and then the day of the fight, I fill up more on food.
For sure. Question number 6. Speaking of the infamous Coach G, what is your favorite meal to eat from Coach G? Hopefully it wasn't the pasta, because we already said it.
Yeah, no, that's one of them. But I like to eat. See, I don't like seafood. I don't eat seafood, but I will eat tuna, and I like when she puts like the tuna and the limon and corn, and then like it'll be like a lettuce wrap. Oh, that's pretty good. Or she'll make chicken tacos with the lettuce wrap, no tortilla. That's just pretty good right there. Nah, man, she's good with cooking. She makes all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Oh, when she makes a dope breakfast.
What does she do?
She'll like chop up some like sausages, and she'll cut up all kinds of different fruits. She'll have like mango,
like a whole
pineapple, berry, blueberries, strawberries, and then we got oatmeal, and then we got huevos, eggs, and then we got like ketchup right on the side. Yeah,
ready.
She gets pretty great on it.
For sure, man. Shout out to Coach G. Question number 7 is, if a movie was made about your life story, who would play you?
Man, that is a really good one. You know who would play me? Me.
You?
Yeah, because can't nobody do me better than I do me. You know what I mean?
You're going to have to wait till after boxing. We're going to get into acting.
Oh, nah. You know who I would let play me? Mark Whatburger.
I'm trying to think of somebody too, but I can't.
I don't even know.
I'm not thinking
Mexican
about
actors.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mark.
I wasn't really thinking about like the personality and stuff. I was just thinking of somebody that looks like you, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Probably have to be like a reggaeton artist or something.
Yeah, like ain't nobody look like me. Come on, man.
Anuel.
No, ain't no way. Nah, but personality-wise, it'd definitely be Mark Wahlberg.
Cool. So the next question is question number 9. When you have like your little breaks in between fights and you don't have to be as strict on your diet, what's your favorite thing to like your favorite cheat meal, whether it's an actual meal or just like a snack or donuts or candy or whatever? What's your favorite cheat?
Arroz con leche. It's all in the week. Arroz con leche, fresa con crema. Then we grab the gummy worms, the sour gummy worms from the store, the purple bag, a pizza from Casey's gas station, a chocolate milk, and a parfait. And then and then some packets at the house.
For sure.
Yeah, and I eat a lot of junk food. And then but you know what? The good thing is that I eat all of that in a week. And then I'm like, all right, I'm done eating junk food.
You get it out of your system.
Yeah, I get out of my system. I'm like, all right, I feel like trash.
You almost regret it.
Yeah, I just be like, man, I'm done with it. So, I'll get it out the way, and that way I just get back in the camp. You know what I mean?
For sure. Question number 10. Where are we at? Question number 10 is, what is your favorite exercise, and what would you say is your least favorite exercise that just makes you cringe when it's time to do it?
Least favorite would be breaking my waist, because I just got, I got a slick waist, so I just gotta break our waists. And that's my least favorite. My favorite, it would be sparring and abs. Sparring and abs.
For some reason, I expected like burpees or something to be your least favorite, or push-ups or something.
Nah, I do all that stuff with these because I like it. Like, it's like a release for me, like I get to release. So, you know what I mean?
For sure. All right, cool, man. And question number, question number 11 is, this is usually a pretty big debate. So if you have to pick, when you eat wings, what would you say? Do you do flats or drums?
Flats.
Flats?
Because then you can turn them into drums. You just grab the carne, push down on the hueso, and then you hold it at the very end, and you got all the meat.
So you just get all creative with it?
Mm-hmm. All
right, for sure. And then the final question again, another big debate, and I talked to Coach G about this, and she's not gonna be too happy if you pick the wrong one. What would you pick between In-N-Out and Whatburger?
Oh, Whatburger, easy.
Whatburger?
In-N-Out is just like this, and then Whatburger's like this. And In-N-Out don't have spicy ketchup, so.
Oh man.
That's just how I'm going.
Good thing that was the last question. I'm kind of sad, bro.
Oh yes. No,
I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course. They have them here in Arizona. We're blessed to have both. Hey. I actually enjoy. I like both. But
you know what beats them both?
What?
One day you need to go to Texas, North Texas, and go eat a all-subs burrito from the chimichanga from the gas station. Man, I swear. Next time I go down and I'm passing back, I'm gonna bring you some. You're gonna love them, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! What the fuck is that?
What is
it? Nothing. Just had to get you real quick. I expected you to jump.
Well, it's because I seen a bee kind of moving, so I thought
I was gonna say like there's a snake or something.
Oh no. All right, for sure, man. Sounds good. Well. Before we do let you go, man, again, I really, really appreciate it. We're both super tired. I'm sure you're way more tired than I am. It's late at night. He was passing through, and I had to stop him. We always miss each other. Well, I'm in LA, then you leave, or I'm in Vegas, and you leave. And so it was, perfect timing this time. And before we let you go, do you have anything you want to say to your supporters? I don't know if you have sponsors, to your family. Any last words? Any social media you want to give up?
I just want to go follow my Instagram at kid.kansas.
And we'll post it on the thing.
Cool. I just want to say thank you to my family, everybody supporting me, everybody back home supporting me. Thank you to the haters. You guys motivate me every single day. I'm just blessed to be where I am today. Even though I lost focus a lot. I'm back and I'm better. I'm back like I never left. And just stay tuned. 135, I'm coming for all y'all. Every single one of y'all, I'm coming.
So there you have it, man. Again, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for giving me some time today. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Box Talk with Luis Madrid. God bless.